This year is just like any other year. Things move slowly and then boom, we're in the holidays. And how does it happen? I'm not quite sure, because time really flies when you're having fun. I guess that's what they say these days. And we're gonna have some fun today talking about the best places that you can take your kiddos trick-or-treating. Hi, my name is Casey Gray. I'm a mom, a broker associate, and I love helping people love where they live. So if you're thinking of making a move, you know who to call, or schedule a free consultation on my website so I can help you with your next move. But today, our next move is going to be hitting the streets. We're going to be getting some candy, and I'm going to tell you my favorite places to take my kids trick-or-treating and the same places that I grew up trick-or-treating. So let's get into it. So just like probably every other town, places that are the hot spots come and go as people move, as people's kids grow up, or as people have kids, or different things. So when I was younger, Oak Manor was like the busiest of all busy, and I think probably what happened was people knew that it was so busy that they were like, we're not going there anymore. And so it's kind of died down a little bit. We did go there trick-or-treating a couple years ago when my oldest was like 2, I think, and so she was already, like, by the time it's dark, their sugar high has worn off. They're ready to go home. But we did go out with some friends' kids at that time, and there was definitely quite a bit. We parked at the Oak Manor school and then walked around from there. There's lots of different places. There is a church over there that does a trunk or treat around like dusk, and so that's a great place to go and then go to the neighborhood for a little bit. I think when people want to go trick-or-treating, they want to go to as many houses with as little walking. So how do you do that? And that's going to neighborhoods that obviously are going to be giving out candy, and candy is expensive and people are busy and people have plans. And this year trick-or-treating is on a Friday, so I think that makes it harder for getting trick-or-treaters out, or I think that makes it harder for people to give candy out because likely they're going to a party or something else, versus if it's on a Tuesday, they're just going to hand out candy because they're going to work in the morning. So there's lots of different things that come to play, and what type of year, or like people might be having parties while they're handing out candy. So there's lots of different things that happen. So I'm going to tell you my top neighborhoods is downtown trick-or-treat. This is when the businesses open up shop. They are giving out candy from 3:30 to 5, and it's super fun. And talk about a lot of bang for your buck, because most stores are giving out candy and you're walking downtown and it's during daylight and there's all your friends from school that just came to downtown trick-or-treat, and it's just really a blast, and you get to get a ton of candy in a short span of time. And they also do a first responders trick-or-treat, trunk or treat in the plaza section, and so there's just a lot going on. And yes, it is packed, but also most business owners are outside their stores, so it's not too chaotic. You can see your kids, it's daylight. There's lots of parking. I will post a picture of the parking areas. Honestly, I don't think the meter maid's out there, giving people tickets on Halloween evening, so you're gonna be fine. Most parking spaces in our area is good for an hour, and the event starts at 3:30 too, so you'll be all right. Also, if you're headed downtown, make sure to visit my office. It is on the corner of Perkins and State, and downtown trick-or-treat is a ton of fun, and I help put it on every year because I think it's definitely something our community needs. And not that it's a ton of work, but it is definitely something I'm passionate about. And then after that, you can, choose a neighborhood. So we have several different neighborhoods that are really great. And then I'm going to go into each one and talk about why I like them. Okay, so first up on the list is Oak Manor. Oak Manor is a neighborhood near the Oak Manor School. It is a smaller, more like secluded subdivision. So there's a ton of houses on like 3 or 4 streets, and it makes it very easy to go up and down. There's a couple of different cul-de-sacs, and when I was younger, this was the poppin' place to be, and that's because there used to be like a huge haunted house. And I think in the years since, it used to be like way too busy, so people didn't go there, and then now I think it's like the perfect amount. And you can park at the Oak Manor school, or you can park at the church, and they do a trunk or treat there as well. So you can visit that and then go out and knock on some doors. It's just super fun and close to town, but not super far away. Next up is near the high school, Presswood, or there's lots of different names for it. We've taken my daughter there, and it's a bit more walking, but there's a ton of houses and different places that you can go. So I would park on like a side street that goes parallel, or park onto Sabina, go down Caps, visit all those little cul-de-sacs, and then go through Donner, and then like back up Empire or one of those different streets. There's lots of different areas that you can go there. So as long as you remember where you parked your car, you will be good. There's lots of places to get treats, both there and back to your car, I'm sure. And there's sidewalks and street lights and like all those things. So it's a perfect place to take some younger kids, and you can go as far or as short as you want. And then another great spot to go is the west side, and some of the west side can be hit or miss, so it depends on which like neighborhood you're going to. I think the neighborhood behind Ukiah we've done a few times. It's like Hillcrest, it's Mendocino Drive, and then there's like Mendocino Place, Hillcrest, lots of different ones that, you know, kind of are close together, and it's just up and down, so it's like you could do a little zigzag. And again, sidewalks, street lights, all those things. Another big one is the West Fork Estates neighborhood, which is out by on your way to Lake Mendocino Dam. There is a smaller subdivision, but a ton of houses. And when I was little, that was like the good neighborhood to go to. It was also like right when it was built. So that subdivision was built in 2001. And so people had, you know, like full-size candy bars out there. I don't know about in this financial climate, but they definitely did out there. And so it's just a fun place to go, and not a ton of like through traffic. So you're not worried about like crossing major streets or anything. Just people that live there, and they kind of go all out for some decorations. And then my last recommendation for neighborhoods to visit for trick-or-treating would be Vichy Springs. Just like West Fork Estates, they had like full-size candy bar type deals at some of those houses. But the thing to be prepared for if you're going to Vichy Springs is that they don't have street lights. So bring a flashlight or two. The houses are definitely more spread apart, but you know, the bigger the hike between houses, the higher the reward. So just keep that in mind. It's just definitely a fun place to go. And some of the older built properties down at the bottom probably definitely get more traffic versus up like to walk in and some of the newer ones. So just kind of keep that in mind. I think it's great for if you live out there, or you live in Deerwood or El Dorado or out Redemeyer. So have so much fun trick-or-treating this year, and let me know where your favorite place to go trick-or-treating is down below. And if you're looking for more information on different neighborhoods, if you're thinking about moving here, you know who to call, and grab my free guide to unlocking Ukiah down below. I hope you guys have a wonderful Halloween, and I will see you in the next video.